Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. This is part 3 of 5 for the recent discussion Monique Samuels had on her live. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can get notified when I upload a new video. So, in parts 1 and 2 of the audio of her discussion, we were left with an enormous amount of gas in the room. Let's jump right in to this part 3 of 5 of the audio of Monique Samuels with her curated panel of Monique lovers. And listen to what else she has to say. Yep, she's still talking, blah, blah, blah. And there's still gas in the room. Be careful, folks. If your carbon monoxide detector does not have batteries, you could be affected by this audio. Be warned. And a small disclaimer, everything I say is my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what Monique has to say.
The other one that came, Scuba Steve. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to the DMV. We ain't the ones on 495 stuck. That's what I saw. Y'all know what that be like when you on 495 and you get stuck now. Bowie Boy the building. Has anyone apologized to you for the fake read? Not one person. Not one. And I think that was the biggest issue that I had, is that watching a reunion, but behind the scenes, nobody accepted accountability. Like, there was no accountability across the board. Like, you literally tried to destroy my family, paint a picture that everybody on social media knew wasn't true. As far as the live that me and Chris did, which was a response to Candace's live where she spilled all the beans. So to show our live as if we're just out here just doing lives just to scream at people for no reason was complete BS. And then for there to be no accountability, I was just like, I'm done. Like, this is insane. And when my 7-year-old, who will be 8 on Sunday, his birthday's on Sunday, my 7-year-old said to me that he would not respect my decision if I went back to the show. Oh, you think I'm going back? My kids bring more to me than anybody.
Wow.
When he said that, I said, what would you think if I did go back? And he said, well, I wouldn't respect your decision. My 7-year-old. So if my 7-year-old can come to that conclusion, then come on. Like, yeah.
Right. It's funny you say that, because I was going to ask you, obviously, you know, you have 3 kids, 3 different age ranges. But when the time comes, because essentially the big issue was, you know, the ladies bringing your child into a plot, a scheme, things like that. So when the time comes to have that conversation with your kids, whether it's tomorrow or years from now, how do you think that would go? Like, will you be completely, like, just as transparent as you can? Would you try to protect, you know, their feelings? Like, how do you think that conversation will go?
Well, we've actually had conversations with my oldest too, because they're so nosy. They pretty much knew everything before we could even tell them. So my son, I think the thing that stood out to me the most, we were actually in Aruba. We went to Aruba in October because I had to get that good old golden tan before I had that yellow reunion dress that Riley slayed the heck out of. So yeah, look, I said, I'm going to start my, I didn't intentionally do it, but I ended up ending my career on Housewives the way I started it. Because when I started filming so many years ago, my very first all-cast scene, we were in Aruba and came back early so that we could film Katie Ross' event, that all-cast Casino Royale. And then it's like, now I'm at the reunion, and it's just like full circle, I guess. The reunion happens, and, you know, we had just got back from Aruba, so... we have another super chat.
Super chat.
Yes, thank you, Cheryl Poole. I appreciate it. So pretty much ended it how it started. My son said while we were on vacation, he said, Mommy, I just don't understand why. One day I might release this video because it's like my 7-year-old is so smart. Like I swear he's an old man stuck in a little person's body.
Cute video.
But he is funny. He said that, yeah, Riley, you saw it. So
Another super chat. Sorry.
another super chat. Oh, M. Austin. Oh, you spent all the money tonight. Thank you.
Yes.
My friends want to know, would you consider a Samuel show, and have you been offered your own show? That's not something that we've discussed lately because I've been so busy with Mila Eve. I mean, I haven't even started marketing for that company, and the sales have been through the roof. I've not had a day since December 15th when we pre-launched, of no sales, like every single day. Y'all are amazing. So, but I've not been offered my own show, no. But you never know what the future holds. But yes, my son said to me, I don't understand why they won't just tell the truth on the show. And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, well, why don't they just show the real you, Mommy? Because you're a really nice person and you're so caring and you take care of us. Why don't they show that? Why are they acting like you're the wrong person when Miss Candace is the one that got in your face? I said, wait. So we went through the whole scenario, and I was absolutely real with him. And I said, Christopher, you do realize that I touched her hair. I said, I shouldn't have touched her hair. And he said, yeah, Mommy, but you did warn her to back about your face. I'm like, how does he know all this? And Riley saw the video. And I asked him all these questions like, he's like, well, I heard you and Daddy talking, and, so he's been eavesdropping, and he knows a lot more than what I thought. And Milani knows the whole play-by-play. Like,
But what doesn't make any sense is the fact that if a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old can get it, how come these grown people can't get it? It doesn't make any sense. It's that simple,
I teach my kids, when they were in school, when they actually had school before COVID, I would tell them, if someone, like, they would come home, and my son is very big for his age. So he's bigger than all the other kids in his class. And they would team up and try to fight him and bully him because he's so big. So it might be 3 kids. So I would tell him, I'm like, Christopher, if somebody comes at you and they're trying to bully you, the first thing you need to do is tell the teacher. I said, if they do it again, you give them a warning. If they do it a 3rd time, you have a right to defend yourself. And I said, and when you defend yourself, you better make sure it's to the point where they won't come at you again. So he comes home one day from school and he said, Mommy, the same boys was messing with me. And I said, what happened? He said, I went and told the teacher that was outside. I said, okay, did the teacher tell the kid to stop? And he said, yeah. So then he said, it happened again. They pushed me again and they tried to knock me down. And I said, then what did you do? He said, I gave him a warning. I said, if you push me down one more time, I'm going to push you down. Kid pushed him down again. I said, what'd you do? He said, I pushed him so hard, all of them left me alone.
Well, that's what happens.
You have a right to defend yourself. So that's just how we run around here. So I don't know. Don't be coming after me, mom judging y'all.
Let's see. So I did want to backpedal when we were talking about your decision to leave and, who you would miss, etc. I know Donnie had a great question that kind of intertwined with your decision to leave and communication and things like that. So Donnie?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So I recently spoke to Leanne Locken, and she said that once you announced that you were leaving, that she had a conversation with you. Did you have a conversation with anyone else from other cities or from your own city? And then if you did, what did those conversations sound like?
Okay, yes. I talked to Leanne, I talked to Nene, I talked to Portia, Dr. Simone, who else? I talked to Bronwyn, I talked to, it was so many people reaching out. Deandra reached out. I feel like there was more. I can't really think right now, but there was it was a huge outpouring of love from my own show, obviously Karen and Ashley, and that was it. And the conversations were very positive. Portia definitely was like, girl, you can do this. You don't have to leave. And I was like, Portia, I said, I'm not as strong as you, hon. I was like, you know it. I'm like, but what I love about Portia is that she gets it. Like, she has been in this situation for a long time, and she has turned any negative that she's ever experienced, she's turned into a positive, from I mean, from everything. So I commend her for that. And I just told her, I was like, I'm not built for it. And also her dynamic on her show to me is just a little different than on my show. I feel like a lot of the women on Atlanta, they're on an even playing field, you know? So it's like, they're not all just like scrapping, trying to get to the top, and they're not walking around fronting like they got more than what they have. And
sorry, 2 super chats coming through.
Yes, let me find it. Sorry. Okay. Jay, you had me hooked, instant fan, when you rapped during high tea. Oh, thank you. I hope you release an album soon. Listen, if I get some time, I'm gonna actually release something better than an album. But I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it real soon. Thank you so much, Chanel G. Will you send a cease and desist to Bravo RHOP so they won't continue to talk ill about you and profit off your likeness? I'm definitely going to be looking into that, because what I don't want to see is season 6 and they using me the whole season as a storyline. So hopefully I'm sure they'll figure out something else to talk about.
Woo. Were you finished with your story before I cut you off?
I don't even remember what I was saying.
All the support you were getting from Portia and Atlanta.
Oh. I got a lot of support. It's been an outpouring of love across the board, so I'm grateful. I talked to Tamika Lee from Southern Charm, New Orleans. So yeah, a lot of all my, like, I'm very cordial, and I have a lot of friendships that I was able to develop, genuine friendships, from being on this platform, and all of those beautiful women have reached out and just showed their support. So I'm very grateful.
Wow, amazing. Now, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I actually have a question for myself in the comments. It's from James. Love James. He had a question that asks, how are my eyebrows always so on point? Really? And I actually hate my eyebrows. I feel like they're 2 big caterpillars on my face. I feel like it's just too much going on up here. But thank you.
Hilarious. First of all, ain't nothing wrong with your eyebrows. People like literally have eyebrows. I gotta go get mine darn near tattooed on just to have something, and then still makeup on them. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you, James. I did want to, since we are on the talk about reality TV, I know Richie had a nice little fun question. So Richie? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I was saying, since we're on the topic of reality TV, I was looking at your questions, and I know you actually had a fun little question about Monique and reality TV.
Ooh, what was it? This is like, remember the question. I can't remember it.
In your opinion,
he said, I didn't know we were on a game show tonight.
What is Monique's favorite reality series out?
Oh, it was that.
Yes.
My favorite reality TV series. Mila Evie Samuels in the basement, because that's all I've been doing. And honestly, I've just been watching my favorite YouTubers. Like, I've been watching, of course, All About the Tea. I've been watching DJ Richie, Funky Diva, Tasha K. Like, I've just been watching everybody on YouTube. I've been playing catch up. So any episodes that I missed, I just let it roll. That's how I caught the episode with you, Richie, and up in Adam. And he mentioned that he was going to be interviewing me, and the interview was actually the next day, and I hadn't received my schedule, so I was so happy I watched, because I was like, I'm going to interview with you tomorrow morning.
Super chat.
Yes.
Love the chat coming through.
Yes, money. So, hold on, where'd it go? My comments are like off the chain right now. I guess Candace will not have a storyline next season. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, we got another one.
I'm sure she'll, cry about something.
Her storyline's going to be learning how to write a check, because her mama's been writing them all these years. Now she's got that mortgage she has to take care of.
Well, from what I hear, her mama's still writing them, but okay. Nakia Woodard, thank you for the super chat as I spill tea. Hate to see you go from the show, Monique, but I understand. Love you and Richie and Riley. I would love for you to design my wedding dress. Oh, Yes, you better reach out to Riley Knox Katoa.
Launching next month. I've been behind the sewing machine for the last few weeks, like nonstop. So there's literally fabric everywhere in here. So.
Wow, we have another super chat. Thank you, Frugality. Did they reply to your email about not coming back? Yes. So I received the email 3 weeks later. Just got my email last week releasing me, so I was free. Yeah, it's really good.
Speaking of Riley, I believe, Riley, you did help with the designs for the Drag Queens music video, correct?
Yeah, I designed all the costumes for the
everything.
The dancers and Monique's looks.
Can you elaborate a little bit about how the process was getting ready for this ginormous video shoot? How was that for you?
Well, what's funny is people don't know that. I think people think that the costumes came after the reunion dress, but the costumes came first. And we were planning, and then there was a point where she decided she was not going to do the video, or she was going to release a video, but she didn't tell me that. I didn't find out until later. And so, but I had already started on the costumes, and she didn't know. So I was like, "Oh, look what I've done," and stuff. And she's just like, "Oh, crap," So in the midst of, we had a meeting for the video, and we were sitting at lunch, and that's when she asked me to do the dress for the reunion, to which I said no at first, because I had so much to do for the video. And you see the video, there are 6 looks there, and each one was so intricate and so much work, the gold and the black and all the stones, and each stone was hand placed just as it was on the reunion gown. So it was quite a process. And how it started really is I just came up with a bunch of sketches, and also reference photos for ideas that I had. And I thought she'd be like, "Oh, I don't really care about this one. I don't really like this one." She was just like, "Yeah, we'll do them all." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're doing all 6 looks." And so she's like, "Yeah, there's nothing that I don't like." And I was like, "Okay, well, then we're doing them all." And that's when I started working on them. And she luckily loved them all. And it's funny because some of them she didn't try on until the night before the shoot. So thank God that she fits. She's sample size and is the same size as my dress form, so that helps. And the great thing about that is I can continue to make things for her because she's the exact size of my dress form. So.
Yes, thank you. No, Riley is the truth, y'all. Like, seriously.
Yeah, and she is the first person I ever made anything for other than myself, because I make all my costumes on stage. I was not planning on making clothes for other people. And then the pandemic happened.
Okay, so as you heard, Monique Samuels had some gas, in my opinion. There was some more gaslighting going on. Now she's dragging her poor children into it. The same children she was so upset had to somehow have access to her digital assault and to the story. She still hasn't brought nothing up about her longtime friend Gigi. You guys could not see, but one of the panelists that was the woman speaking is her longtime friend. Notice she didn't have Gigi on here, who was her longtime friend, who is the one who started everything with the rumors about everything. She's the one that started the rumors, and then the rumors snowballed. And that's what she was talking about, dragging the family into it and blah, 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 blah. Monique, okay, I need you to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and hit the bell so you can get notified. Leave a comment, please. Please leave a comment. What do you think? Or do you feel a little lightheaded from the gas? Or are you fine? Leave a comment below. This was part 3 of 5. Couple more parts to finish up. And then we'll go from there. Make sure you smash the like button and see you in the next video.